Okay, so before you guys go ahead and say, well, Tory Lanez should have invested more in the black community. He should have went ahead and invested in black empowerment and try to better the black family and try to build more black businesses, right? Before you get into all that talk, you have to understand when you're dealing with people like a Tory Lanez, black people who go on Instagram, go on social media and flaunt their wealth, showing, wads of cash, showing what they got on, taking pictures with their outfits, jewelry, shoes, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of materialistic stuff by companies that are white owned, and just continuing to do it. You got to understand you're dealing with people with mental disorders. They have a mental health issue. I've been saying that time and time again. All right. The mental disorders that I mostly talk about are three of them: cognitive dissonance, Stockholm syndrome, and post-traumatic slave syndrome. Okay. Those are the basic ones that I talk about. Now you have other undiagnosed mental disorders that are dealing with epigenetics or epigenetic inheritance, dealing with your surroundings, your upbringing, right? Stress related things of that nature. But those are the typical ones that I talk about because of the infrastructure, because of the things that were created by racism, white supremacy from the dominant white society, right? So this particular story with Tory Lanez, and I'm just hearing about it literally about half an hour ago, but reading up on it. And when I was reading up on it, I just had to relate a few other articles, which I'm going to talk about as well. Tory Lanez was at a music festival, according to this article from Complex. He was at a music festival in Canada. Okay. And he and his entourage decided to go shopping at a high-end boutique store, which I've never heard of. It's called Holt Renfrew. Now, when I read that name, it automatically says to me, no niggers allowed. Really. I mean, real talk. That's what it means to me. No niggers. If I can't pronounce the damn name and it don't even sound nothing related to black people, African Americans, quote unquote. I mean, it just sounds something that's not related to black people. It sounds like black people aren't even allowed to shop there. But when you're dealing with a situation with people with mental disorders, right? And you have people who flaunt their wealth on social media, right? Take pictures with wads of cash, et cetera, et cetera. Again, you're dealing with people with mental disorders, okay? You're dealing with black people who subconsciously, and some of them consciously, they know what they're doing, but subconsciously they want to be accepted by the dominant white society. They think that their wealth, quote unquote, right, their money gets them in the door into white acceptance, right? And of course we know that's not true. Okay. The dominant white society, white supremacy, only sees one thing, and that's your color. That's your melanin. That is your weapon. That is what they are afraid of. Okay. Now, when you shop in these high-end stores like a Holt Renfrew, aka No Niggers Allowed, and these other high-end boutique stores, again, they don't want you in their stores. They see you as black. They can care less how much money you have. Okay? They consider you a threat, which is why they're on high alert. Every time they see a melanated person walk into their store, they're on high nigger alert. Reminds me of that movie, Don't Be a Menace to South Central While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood. Remember that part where I think it was Marlon Wayans walked into the store. I could actually look the clip up, but this reminds me of when they walked into the Asian store and the little censor through the door was like, niggas. That's exactly what it is. When you walk into these stores, these high-end boutique stores, they got their alarm going off. Niggas, they got the cameras, the sensors. They know when black people are walking in the store. Okay, they're on high alert. All right, so they're gonna racially profile you. Of course, that's typical stuff. They're gonna do that. And you walk into these stores, you got a little bit of money in your pocket, like this guy Tory Lanez. You got some money in your pocket. They don't know who you are. They don't care who you are. They think that you shouldn't be allowed in the store. How did you even go into the store, nigger? How did you even know about Holt Renfrew? Don't you know my name? Don't you know the store's name means no black people, no niggers allowed? Right? That's what they're saying. Oh, but they want to go ahead and shop there anyway and buy some expensive, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, stuff like that. Right? They want to do that. And I'm going to play the clip also from Tory Lanez, where he went into the store. Allegedly, he was racially profiled. And after he did that, he recorded a clip of him ragging on the employee he worked there. But what I was saying was, when you go into these stores, these high-end boutique stores, even though you're black, they know who you are. They know that you're a perceived threat. Okay? They don't care how much money you have, but at the end of the day, they will accept your money because guess what? That makes them wealthier. You supporting these European non-black businesses keeps them afloat, keeps them wealthy, right? Keeps their business equity stable because you're spending money towards companies that don't give a damn about you. You're spending money with people that don't give a damn about you, your family, the black community, nothing. They don't care about you. They just care about the money you're spending with them because, again, it keeps their business afloat. It keeps their assets stable. That's what they care about. So when you're finished spending that money at that non-black store with these high-end boutiques, right? They'll be like, "Yes, I thank you. I'm so sorry that we called the cops on you. We thought we had a bunch of suspects in here before around here, and they were causing some ruckus. And you fit the description, but I'm sorry. I didn't know you were a well-known singer rapper. I'm so sorry. Thank you for spending $35,000 at our store. Please come again." When that person walks out, when Tory Lanez walks out, those white employees, that nigger has the nerve to come in our store and buy our stuff. The audacity of that nigger coming in our store to buy our stuff. He's lucky I didn't call more police officers, more race soldiers, to arrest his ass. That's what they're saying. So let me play this clip of Tory Lanez after he goes in, spends 35 racks on who knows what he bought. Let me tell you something. I talk about LeVar Ball quite a bit on my channel, and people are up in arms about LeVar Ball's having high prices for his clothes. His shirts are $60 and hats $100 and shoes $500, $1,000 for signature shoes, right? Black owned, by the way. But yeah, I can't imagine you go into a store that sells clothes and you rack up $35,000. I bet you a freaking sock will cost you $3,000 for one pair of socks. That's what you call exorbitant prices. But anyway, let me play this clip and get back to my commentary. It's real short, so I'm going to get back to my commentary after I play the clip. Here we go.
I gotta get him. Look at his ass. Say hello. Say hello. Yeah, we balled out your shit. We walked in the store, he didn't think we was gonna buy nothing. We balled out his shit. We Gucci down. We Louis Vuitton down. We everything, nigga.
Okay. There you go. That's a short clip. Now, you heard what he said, right? We Gucci down. We Louis Vuitton down, right? Companies that don't give a damn about black people. Right? You giving your money to a non-black business, to a European, right, in their store, buying up $35,000 in merchandise. I couldn't imagine what it was. I bet you a damn one cotton of thread cost you $6,000. That's how exorbitant and outrageous these European stores can get. You know what I'm saying? But once again, like I said, you're black. You're a nigger. That's all they see is your skin color. That's it. It's that simple. Okay? And I've said this before. I mean, you know, you can go back into Oprah Winfrey. She's been racially profiled many a times. And she said it many a times in interviews. Try to go shopping and these Europeans, these troglodytes, racially profile her, thinking that she's broke and thinking she's a nobody, right? And then come around, they later apologize. Well, I'm sorry, Oprah. We thought you were some a known bank robber who fit the description. It's always you fit the description, or there was some kind of high volume of crime around the area and you fit the description. It's always the same excuse. Some lame ass excuse. We already know what it is. We know it's racism, white supremacy. We know that's what it is. But, you know, guys like Tory Lanez, and, you know, I don't know too much about his music. I've heard a couple of songs, but, you know, I'm not into people like Tory Lanez at all. You know, as far as his music, I don't really care about his music, but this is what I'm talking about in terms of the mental disorders that black people suffer from when, and these mental disorders, of course, are disorders of people who don't even know they have a problem, right? They think what they're doing is normal. Like, listen, I got lots of money. I can spend it how I want to spend it. Let me go to this European store, buy up half the store. And the thing about it is, family, you can go into these stores like Tory Lanez, right? Flossing your money. And you can be racially profiled by an employee. Come back and be like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to go back and buy the whole store. I'm going to buy the whole damn store, right? That's how people with mental disorders think. Right? Instead of saying, they say, let me buy the store. You know, a rational thinking person would be like, let me buy this company. Let me buy the entire company. Right? And make it black owned. But no, they don't think that way. That thought process is few and far in between. Even if you did have the money, if you were a billionaire, a black billionaire, your money's not good enough. The dominant white society sees one thing, and that's your color, your melanin. That's it. So even if you had the means to buy an entire company like a Holt Renfrew, you will be denied. It's that simple. Denied. But Tory Lanez reminds me, guys, you know, in the music industry, and the music industry is, of course, created, owned, and controlled by the dominant white society. Right? I think this guy, Tory Lanez, is considered a R&B singer / rapper, right? So, and I'll talk about this before, you know, people in the music industry, especially, you know, people who are charted in Billboard, right? The R&B and hip hop genre was owned and controlled and constructed by the dominant white society, particularly a guy named Jerry Wexler. This is the guy that coined the phrase rhythm and blues. R&B and hip hop, if you notice in Billboard, right? Billboard, the charting system for R&B and hip hop was charted together in inception in 1999 by this guy right here, Jerry Wexler. Right? And the thing about it is, family, when you have these guys that are in the music industry, like a Tory Lanez who, you know, flaunts his wealth, if you don't have a backup plan, a business plan, you're going to end up going broke real quick like Sean Kingston. Remember this guy right here? Just read about this guy going broke. Says here that he's living with his mom, stuff like that. Another guy who, as you can see, flaunts his wealth, got chains. And when I see pictures with this guy, I remember he had a house, like, I think it was actually in Florida somewhere, but he had a big house, European cars, Lamborghinis, Rolls Royces, stuff like that. I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, I only heard that one song that he had. That was, well, that one song he had back in 2010, 2011. And that's the only song I heard from. So I guess that the royalties must be doing real good. But obviously this man didn't have a backup plan, which is why, his reporter that he's broke. As you can see, here's a picture of him right here. Jeweled up, right? And everything else. So you'll end up like Sean Kingston real quick, Tory Lanez. If you don't have a backup plan, you better be doing other things other than just touring and doing music. You better have a backup plan. You better invest in some stocks, invest in some real estate. You better start acting, doing some other things, man, because that splurge of money that you're spending, you're gonna end up just like this guy right here and many other people in the music industry who were popular and had millions of people buying their records and stuff like that. Go down the drain. Down the drain. But yeah, family, I mean, I didn't know too much about this store that he went to. I had to research it. It is a high-end boutique store. I mean, they do sell some high-end stuff here. It's like a whatchamacallit? What's that other store like that's like this? Like not Macy's, but the high-end stores, man. That you like Neiman Marcus, right? Neiman Marcus, stuff like that. That's what it is. That's what they sell, But again, Holt Renfrew stands for no niggers allowed. That's what that means. Real talk. Real talk. But like I said, the music industry is owned and controlled by the dominant white society. Rhythm and blues was created by a white man named Jerry Wexler. The music industry, the white people who own and control the music industry. You can say Jews, but Jews are classified as white. So I don't understand why people keep saying, "Hey, Jews control everything." All these people talking about it's the one percenters, it's the Zionists, it's the Bilderbergers, it's the Trilateral Commission. It's all white supremacy. It's all white supremacy. Okay, but the music executives in the music industry that own and control all of these record companies, the record companies, you got iTunes and all of these digital distribution companies, right? These executives, they hate hip hop. I've talked about this before in past videos. This is an article back in 2015 from Billboard.com, and the poll indicates here. I'll go back and rehash what I said when I originally said this 2 years ago. The poll they have here asks them, what music genre do you despise the most? Let me find that real quick. Let's see. Okay, yeah, my bad. So right here, number 5. What genre of music do you despise the most? Rap, EDM, and pop. Okay, rap is number 1. Of course, like I said, they don't care about the hip hop industry, about rap at all. They want to see it fail. They want to see black people perish. They want these white artists like Taylor Swift, Adele, Katy Perry to exceed and straddle or use hip hop artists like Migos, right? To make them more relevant. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is, family. So, like I said, family, you're dealing with people who want to continue to purchase high-end items at these non-black high-end boutiques like a Holt Renfrew. They want to be accepted by the dominant white society, but you will never be accepted by them because you're simply black. It's just that simple. They don't care how much money you have. They don't care how popular you are. They don't know who you are at all. They just see you as black. They see you as a target, and they see you as a perceived threat. As always. Okay? It's a cultural thing because, you go back to the days of Mansa Musa. Mansa Musa is the most wealthiest person to ever walk the face of the planet. Mansa Musa was known for spending money frivolously and flaunting his wealth. He had gold chains and just gold jewelry out the wazoo. He would always give his money away, give his jewelry away to people that did not care about him. To the Europeans, he gave his money away to any and everybody, to people who did not care about him. Right? And that was the end of that was to his demise by doing that. It's always been a cultural thing with us. It's embedded in us to flaunt. That's what we do. You look at billionaires like Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Warren Buffett. You don't see them on Instagram flaunting their wealth, flaunting how much money they got in their hands with bands of money. Right? Because inherently white people, they just don't do that. Their perceived idea of flaunting wealth is keeping their money, generating billions of dollars, generating wealth. That's what their perception is when it comes to flaunting wealth. It's actually saving money and building more wealth, more equity for themselves. But again, this is a cultural thing that we black people have. I have it myself as well. I have a very bad shoe habit. I like spending money on shoes. Right? So it's a cultural thing that we have to deal with, and that we've always been dealing with for thousands of years. Thousands of years. But at the end of the day, it's black first. Right? You have to preserve who you are. So if you don't invest in yourself, if you don't invest in your family, nation building, right? And then investing in the quote unquote black community, investing in a black owned bank, right? That's how we have to continue to build equity, to build generational wealth for black families. But we have to start at home first. We have to start building a nation, which is building a family for ourselves first. But we're not taught by doing that because, like I've been saying many a times, the black family structure has been on life support since the 1960s. So we don't have a concept. We still don't have a concept of a black family structure. And so most of us were raised by single parents, right? So we don't know and understand that concept. And that has to change ASAP. Immediately. All right. So anyway, family, those are my thoughts about the Tory Lanez situation. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section. All right. Make sure you guys follow me on social media at The Black Separatist on Instagram and Twitter. Both links will be down below in the description. Until next time, Chauncey, aka The Black Separatist, signing out. Peace.